Welcome to Real Estate Update. Here he is, James Wedgeworth. Great to see you again.
It's always good to see you.
Well, we are taping this in June. Yeah. How are things going with the market?
The market is still good. It's not crazy, is one way. So most of our sales, we don't have 10 offers anymore. We got one, but it's one good one, so that will work.
As long as you have the closing, right?
Yeah.
And things are selling. But like you say, in the frenzy days of COVID, when you would get people bidding against each other and prices would go up and up before someone would accept an offer. Are you getting that anymore?
A few, not many, not many. We have more inventory now. So back in March and April of 22, at the peak of the market, you had literally no inventory. So when the house came on the market, you had 30 people converged on that house.
Yeah, and you had people buying without even seeing.
A lot of that.
Yeah, that's not happening now,
No.
is it?
Not much occasionally.
Yeah, so inventory, you say, has gone up. That, of course, impacts, right? Does it not, as far as home prices, or has that happened yet?
Well, that hadn't happened. To give you an idea, I ran the numbers this morning because I figured you'd ask me that. Yeah,
sure.
Pretty predictable.
Yeah.
We have 183 homes for sale on Hilton and Island.
Okay.
And 419 on Bluffton.
Right.
In Bluffton. That represents about a 25% increase over last year. Obviously, compared to 22, there's a huge increase.
Sure.
But so there's more inventory. So from a buyer's perspective, they don't have a lot of choices, but they got more choices.
There's more out there at least to take a look at. However, if someone gets very specific, this is my price range, but this is what I want, square feet, does it narrow down? It's got to narrow down when you say there's that much out there. You gave me an example, I think, did you not?
Yeah, let me give you an example. I just took a price range. I took $750 to $900 on Hilton.
Okay.
So if you call me and said my budget is $750 to $900, I say, great, we have 11 homes on Hilton between $750 and $900. And you said, well, I've got a couple of kids. I really need 3 full baths. So, well, they're 5.
Okay, that knocks out 6 already.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then if you say, well, I got these kids and they're having friends over all the time, I really need over 2,000 square feet. 0.
Wow.
So they have 0 houses between $750 and $900 that have a third bath, 3 baths.
And 2,000 plus
and
square
2,000. There's one that's 1,975.
Close. Okay, so here's the thing. If that's what my parameters are, do people keep looking? Do they stop? Do they say, okay, well, we'll just have to make do?
I tell people at this point you have 2 options.
Yep.
You can pay more or take a little less, meaning instead of a 2,400 square foot house, you buy a 1,975 square foot house.
Does it take people a while to come around to saying, well, okay?
It is what it is what we tell them.
And you don't try to convince them, do you?
No,
let them
it's their
come
own
to that
decision. And some of them will say, well, let's wait a couple months and see if something comes available.
Right.
So you have a lot of that where you have somebody that I just worked with a guy an hour ago. I know exactly what he wants now.
Yeah.
He's got 4 complexes that will have what he wants. He's looking for a villa.
Right.
In a certain price range with underground parking, all on one floor with a strong view. So in Sea Pines. So we have 4 complexes that work for him. So he said, if you hear one of those, come and call me. I will get here immediately to look at it.
Okay, here's one for you. Because you have been in the business for umpteen years. How many?
42.
Okay, you're going to hear about a lot of that before it hits you know, MLS or whatever it is, Zillow or anything.
Yeah, well,
that's an advantage.
It's an advantage because if I come across something, I can call and say, I just talked to agent so-and-so. He told me next week he's putting this property on the market. I went and looked at it. It's exactly what you're looking for. How quickly can you get here?
Right, right.
So a lot of that is still happening.
Well, that's good.
Which lowers your days on the market because they buy it the first day it comes on the market.
We already have to take a break, you know. But I want to ask. I want to ask you about days on the market because I know there was a home on my street prior to COVID actually that sold in an hour.
We've had a few of those.
So you can tell us those stories and how things are now. Okay, when we come back, and we will be back in just a moment.